All right, all right, all right. Let me turn this music off really, really quick. All right, let me see. All right, all right, all right. I hope you guys can see me. Perfect, 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 man. Man, my bad, guys. I was getting my water and getting my stuff together. But I hope you guys had an incredible Christmas. You know, every day you should be celebrating life and also love, loyalty, right? And your legacy. So, man, I hope you guys had a good time. You enjoyed family. I enjoyed those 2 days off. Some of you gonna like what I'm gonna say next. Some of you won't. You already had enough rest. Now it's time to get back on the grind because all the money we spent and we invested to put some smiles on people's faces. We got to get that money. Oh, you like that shirt? Oh, my wife gave me that. Hey, my wife gave me this shirt. I was excited. I said, I gotta wear this ASAP. You can't go nowhere. So this is the only place I can wear it. Thank you so very much. My wife showed up and showed out for Christmas as always. But I just love the fact that her support to me is more important than anything that she can buy. Just to be able to, those of you who understand, just about the importance of having your household, together, while you're doing your thing it's super important. Hold on, okay, here we go. Make sure your household is together. You don't really have to worry about too many things. To me, is super important. So I'm always grateful for my wife for holding it down. But okay, so today I was contemplating on doing a training today, but I know I didn't do a webinar the last couple of days, and a lot of people are like, it's like they gotta wake back up to the reality. So I wanted to give you guys some value. Good morning, good morning. I wanted to give you guys some value, and one of the things that I really wanted to talk to you guys about is the network marketing industry. I've had a meeting with my team directly. LeBrian, Coach, Coach, Coach Ledger, but Coach Ledger is also awesome. But Alan Strickland, Lynn, Jackie, Jay Williford, Tammy, Brian. So we had a nice Demetrius just training, just a conversation about the network marketing industry. And you know, I want to first of all tell all of you, I really felt like not we failed you. What's up, Zarina? We got boss lady on here. What's up, Milan? So I wanted to really tell you guys about the network marketing industry. I feel after the Eric Worre GoPro training, I realized, and after speaking to Bruce and also Alfred, there's a lot of things in FES that we miss when it comes to the network marketing industry. So today, I'm gonna show you guys not only a video, it's probably about 11 minutes. I want you guys to watch it. And then right after, right? So that's why I hope y'all got something to write with, right? I'm gonna be opening up for some questions. And I want you guys to kind of let me know what you got from the video. It's 11 minutes, it's not long, but I really want us to gradually every single week. And some of you on my team, some of you are not, but I want you to set your mind to be equipped with understanding the industry. So when you have certain rebuttals or certain people tell you why they're not going to do certain things, you got to be okay with that, right? And you have to understand that it's not for everybody, right? So that's super, super important. Quick story before I get into it. So I got into network marketing. So this was not my first network marketing company. And let me see if I can find something for you guys. Top producer. Hold on one second. Yeah, so this was not my first network marketing company. And what I realized about network marketing is that anyone really can get in it, right? But you want to make sure you're not only positioning yourself, but you're understanding how to position others in the network marketing industry. Hold on, let me find the image. I sent it to Alfred. So I got to go back to one of the messages that I sent to Alfred, and him and I was laughing about it because it was just so, it was funny. Um, and we were just talking about, man, we have to make sure we help everybody understand the importance of the industry. And this would be great for my team to also see this, because sometimes they always ask me, how do you know this? Well, this is something I've been in for a while. It's just FES is just a whole other vehicle, but the concepts are the same. Mindset will be important no matter what business you go into, right? Understanding how to move from a certain income ranges depending on what business you're in. And I think a lot of us, let me show you guys this really, really quick. This is funny. After I was laughing about this. So this was me back in um I think it was 2014, if I'm not mistaken. And let me show you this, if you guys can see this. This is crazy. So this is me presenting on the stage. Broke a few records in that company as well. But check this out. So this is back in 2014, guys. Look at this craziness. Um, 2014 top producer we had within our organization. I think within that whole dynasty team, it was about 20,000, maybe 30,000 agents. I was a top producing team coordinator. So team coordinator is equivalent to an FES, like I would say ESD or vice president, right? So I was in the same company with Alfred. I was in the same company with Mr. Mike Burgos, Valesky, all of us. Valesky was very successful in there as well. And I remember this young lady right here, her name is Faith Ellibert. She was so afraid to do basically everything, present, give a testimonial. She was afraid to do anything. I said, Faith, just have faith, pun intended, of course, right? I said, Faith, just have faith. I said, you go to church every single Sunday, but you don't have any faith in yourself. But you got faith in God. You got a faith in the pastor. You got faith in this person. I said, you don't have any faith in yourself. What's the use of going to church? I get the use, obviously, but I wanted her to understand that how can you have faith in someone else and you don't have faith in yourself? And back in 2014, think about that. That means I had to learn a lot in the industry to really understand what we're doing now. And some of you, this is network marketing is brand new to you, and then some of you, this is something that you've been doing for a while, and you know exactly how everything works, and you really just want to get to the next level. So I'm going to go ahead and play this video for you guys really, really quick. Um, and then once I'm done playing the video, we're going to take a couple of questions. And I want you guys to hear it. 1 second.
This is book series of all time, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. For the past several years, he's been a huge supporter of the network marketing industry. He's made the claim that network marketing is the business of the 21st century. Mentor me, Robert.
Let me tell you why I endorse network marketing and why I call it the power of it. The reason for it is, as an entrepreneur, this word here, network marketing, is the key to making a lot of money, to being successful. It's only those people who have an employee mentality, working for a paycheck, or like a specialist or a small business guy who just wants it for themselves. They don't understand the power of network marketing. Now, let me give you, this is not just for the network marketing industry. When you talk about television stations, they talk about a television network. That's how big people think. They think in terms of networks. When you talk about radio, they talk about a radio network. And the same thing, my friend owns a series of gas stations. He calls it a network of gas stations. So the rich use the term network a lot. And I know one of the reasons when I started to endorse network marketing is because in many circles, it has a negative connotation. And that's because a lot of times people who shouldn't be in the business join the business, or also people abuse the business. But the reason I endorse network marketing is for people who really want to get out of the rat race and really want to get on with, building a business, by helping other people build their businesses. So that's why I endorse network marketing. The other reason I endorse it is because network marketing will give you the sales skills or the communication skills or the self-esteem and the emotional courage to go and knock on doors and talk to other people. If you don't have that courage, or you're more afraid of what somebody else thinks of you, you'll probably never be successful at network marketing, but you'll probably never be successful in business anyway. So I love network marketing because network marketing will take an average person like me or John and actually work with you and build you up so you have the personal courage to take the no's, to take the rejection, to not really care what, I mean, you do care, but what other people think of you. You see, the reason people are not successful is they want to follow the herd and do what everybody else does. And 90% of the people on this earth, when it comes to money, are financial losers. So if you're going to become successful, you cannot care what the thundering herd does. You've really got to break away. My rich dad called it the 90-10 rule. That meant 10% of the people make 90% of the money, and 90% of the people make 10% of the money. So the beauty of network marketing, there's no guarantees, but it gives you the opportunity to be in that 10%. And the way you get in that 10% is to find that person inside of you who cares more of what you think about yourself than you care what other people think of you. So the beauty of network marketing is it gives people the courage, the sales skills, the communication skills to be a leader. And that's what it takes to be successful in the world, is to be a leader. As an entrepreneur, I have built many businesses from scratch. And as some of you know, a lot of them crashed also. Statistics show that most new businesses fail within the first 5 years, 90% in fact. And of the 10% that survive, the remaining 10% crash in the second 5 years. So in other words, most are gone in 10 years. So I've looked at many different models, and one that stands out for me is network marketing. And the reason for that, it takes very little upfront cash. It's low overhead. You can do it part-time. I mean, keep your daytime job, but do this part-time. And once the business is up and running, it can generate enough income so that you can move from the left side to the right side of the quadrant. So let me tell you about my introduction to network marketing, because I had a very closed mind to it. Since I can build my own businesses, I said, why do I need a network marketing business? But about 15 years ago, I have a good friend, his name is Bill, and this guy is the best real estate investor I know. He has tons of assets in here. So I said, Bill, why did you start a network marketing business? And his answer was very simple. He says, it's my way of helping people. But more importantly, he says, the reason most people can't invest in real estate is because they don't have a business. They don't make enough money simply because taxes, debt, inflation, and retirement savings are killing them. They cannot even invest. So my friend Bill, who was a professional real estate entrepreneur, he says, I started a network marketing business so the people that worked with me could start their own business and then invest money with him. So with that, I realized then that network marketing wasn't about making money, but it was about helping people to help other people make money so they become financially free. So the beauty of network marketing, I said, like, it's very low entry point, doesn't take much money, you can do it part-time. And where you profit is in most big corporations is they spend millions, sometimes billions of dollars in advertising. So rather than give that money to advertisers, network marketing depends on building a network. It's called word of mouth, like you recommend a movie to a best friend. So really, the reason I support network marketing, because it's not about selling. It's about people helping people build assets in the asset columns, becoming business owners, and then becoming investors, rather than going through all of this here, which most E's and S's go through. In this section, I want to talk to you about a different kind of quadrant. Years ago, I found out there was 4 kinds of people in the world. You know, one type are people who must be right. These people know all the right answers. They went to school, they know everything. You can't tell them anything. This is not a good business for them because their minds are too set. Another kind of person is a person who must be comfortable. You know, the house could be on fire, but they're still watching TV, eating a hot dog, watching what's going on in the world. These people are toast. Because the world economy is not coming back, the world economy has moved on. And people who need to be comfortable will probably be left behind. So the people who need to be comfortable, you probably shouldn't talk to them because you only make them uncomfortable. And they're probably not going to make the move because number one priority is being comfortable. Another kind of person is a person who must be liked. They want to please everybody. This is probably not the business for them either, because they want somebody else's approval. They want to be the good little boy or girl saying, I did the right thing, didn't I? You like me, don't you? And so they'll probably not be successful in the 21st century because they'll probably want to be liked by people who have to be right. And people want to be comfortable. All right, good, be comfortable. All right, you're very right. That's probably being liked. But the business for the people of the 21st century are people who must win. And that's where I am at. One of the best things I was taught in the Marine Corps and at military school is not how many times you get knocked down, it's how many times you stand up. When somebody knocks you back, what do? Oh, you hurt my feelings? You'll probably not be successful. The world will probably pass you by. Because as I said, the world economy is moved on. It's not coming back. So winners will win. But winning takes sacrifice. Success takes sacrifice. And these are the people who will do best in business of the 21st century. So when you're talking to people, about this business, you have to look at them and ask yourself, is this person really just going to be liked and they'll tell you what you want to hear? Or they're going to argue with you because they know all the right answers, or they're going to get very upset with you if we're disturbing them. So what you're looking for in the network marketing business are people who want to win. People who know the economy has moved on. You'll find every race, gender, age, and background in network marketing. But what they really want to do is they want to win. It really is a true playing field in the world, but not for these people. These people will left behind. Network marketing is for people who want to win because network marketing is the business model of the future. If you want the government to take care of you, then just keep doing what you want to do. It is possible for everyone to win, but the problem is you've got to commit to it. You've got to say, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to dedicate 5 years of my life. Well, look at the leaders and say, those are the people I want to be like. Those are the kinds of people I want to hang out with. That's what you got to say to yourself. Well, as we know, there's fewer and fewer jobs. American corporations say they're hiring, but they're not hiring in America, they're hiring overseas. But more than that is that the reason I endorse network marketing is most people are addicted to the paycheck. And the paycheck is one of the most sinister plots ever pulled upon a human being. If you need a paycheck, you've sold your soul. You've sold your body, your mind, your spirit, and your emotions. You sit there in fear of losing your job, or can I get a raise, or, will I get promoted? And then why would you do that? Another thing about the reason we endorse network marketing, we don't think of it as a network marketing. We think of it as entrepreneur development. Because if you need a paycheck, this is not your business. We build businesses. So sometimes when Kim and I do a deal, we may not receive a paycheck for 5, 6 years. And so these guys come, oh, am I going to get rich quick? And some people do. I don't know if you do or not. But that is an employee, get rich, loser mindset. And so the thing that network marketing does is really kind of cure you of that loser paycheck, get rich quick mentality and actually build a business. We build businesses, and that's how we're rich, but we didn't get rich quick, and I don't need a paycheck. And I never want a paycheck. So that's kind of a revolutionary thought to most people up there who went to school to get good grades and get a job, and then you get a high-paying job, and the higher-paying job, you pay higher taxes, and you wonder why you never get ahead. That's because you went to school to get a job and a paycheck. You've got to get away from the paycheck, and sometimes it might take 2, 3 years to get away from that. And that's what network marketing teaches people. It's an entrepreneur's mindset. It's an entrepreneur's spirit, not a loser employee, I need a paycheck mentality.
Thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love to know what.
All right. So, man, what I love about videos like that is it's very eye-opening. And I want you guys to go ahead and put inside the comment section, some of the things, takeaways that you guys have gotten from that. Okay, so Dana says the 90-10 rule. Okay, I like that. Let me let Dana kind of elaborate a little bit on that. I heard it too, but I want to see. I'm making you co-host now. Dana, go ahead and elaborate a little bit more on that, uh, Dana, on the 90-10 rule. All right. Consistent.
Here I am, coach. Sorry about that.
All right, got it. No problem. So, kind of delve in a little bit more on the 90-10 rule. I know what it is. I'm sure a lot of other people did, but I'm sure there's a few people that may have missed it. So, what's your thought on that? Just to delve in a little bit more deeper.
Um, Thanks for the video. It was awesome. Good morning, everybody. What I got out of it was the herd mentality when he was saying the majority. And I always knew about the majority, but it wasn't until he said the majority is the 90% that don't make the 10% of the money. So they're not even relevant in this process at all. Like it just isn't even something that you can attach to. You can see it and know it, but you can't be a part of it.
Absolutely. And we can't convince them, right? And it goes back to a person just have to decide that, right? And it's like what's going to happen during the stimulus or tax time. People are going to get the money, they're going to put it back into the 10%. The 90% of the population is going to put it back into the millionaire's pocket, right? And who are some of the millionaires? They're going to give it back to Jeff Bezos. Why? Because they're going to be on Amazon, right? They're going to give it back to Starbucks. They're going to give it back to all these different conglomerates that are the elite. So, man, I like that. And I feel that if we would have been taught that in school, this is why Harvard School of Business teaches network marketing. Most people don't know that.
It
So,
just makes you feel better because, I mean, now you kind of understand why the 10%, like being on here with you guys, why we connect and why we can relate to each other. That we're not the majority, but who wants to be if that's the end result? That's all I
mhm,
have.
I love it. Let me bring up Maxine Taylor. I like what you just dropped inside the chat, Maxine. And again, guys, I'm not gonna, it depends on what you're saying, and I'll bring you up just so you guys can share a few words. I've never been successful just trying to do it all myself. I want to hear different things from other leaders, and I can't bring everybody, obviously, but I love to hear different tidbits from different people. So, Maxine Taylor, you there?
Hey, Coach Kev, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you all right. I can hear you all right. You said get away from the paycheck. Sold your soul. So I want you to that just hit me right in the face. But I want you to kind of delve in a little deeper on that and make it a little bit more personal because obviously you decided to try to stray away from the paycheck, but kind of give me a little bit more information on, what made you actually put that inside of the chat.
When he said that, that definitely resonated with me. Cause I've been in corporate America for pretty much majority of my life since I was 16 years old, and and that is so true when he says when you are dependent on a paycheck, you're worried about, are you going to get fired, or um are you or is things going to change? Like, I've been through a lot. Like, I've been through situations where, the money was good, but then new management comes in, changes everything, and then you lose half your income. I've even been through a layoff, where one minute you're making good money, then the next thing you know, you get laid off. I mean, I that resonated with me because, you know,
You've been
because you're putting you're putting your financial future in someone else's hands,
there.
and
Mhm.
and network marketing allows you to control your financial future versus you depending on someone else for your financial future. And basically, with corporate America, at the end of the day, they're going to do what's best for them. not what's best for you. So
100%.
that resonated with me.
I love it. I loved how you dropped the jewels on that and from experience. So thank you for definitely sharing. I do want to recommend that, and I want to recommend this to everybody. You guys continue to research and learn about the network marketing industry. I will be doing that from my own direct team as well. I'm sure Coach Legend's going to be doing that, and I've already spoken to Bruce about it. He has a huge team outside of my organization, so he's going to be doing that as well. So I'm glad you shared, but I do want to recommend, guys, don't wait for your mentors and everybody else to give you the information. Literally everything I'm going to show you guys is all on YouTube. So I appreciate that. Let me bring up Sierra. What's up, Sierra Kelly? Let me bring you up. She just dropped the gem inside of the group. Sierra, you there?
Yes, I was. You didn't call on me, but
Oh,
yes, I am here.
you was hoping I wasn't gonna call up
Oh
on you.
my
Oh, okay.
gosh.
So one of the things that Robert Kiyosaki talked about, get into network marketing, he said to be a leader.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I got you. Don't worry. I'm gonna be that coach that push you off, and you're gonna realize
Yeah,
you had a parachute the whole time. Just open it up. So,
right.
but anyway, what was the what was the thing you said? Don't be comfortable because you'll never succeed, and I just made you uncomfortable. So
Yes.
perfect segue. So what made you actually? Because even typing that inside of the chat, you gave value, but you risk being called on. So what made you actually put that inside of the comment section?
Well, I mean, it kind of, for me, it kind of goes back to um uh many people, they live for a check, they sell their soul for a check, and that's someone being comfortable. That's why there's not a lot of entrepreneurs and there's not a lot of people in network marketing, because you have to be uncomfortable. And before I joined this business, I was a forex trader, and we had to be uncomfortable in that business as well in order to succeed. So it's very important to get out of your comfort zone, because that will help you connect with a lot of people. That'll help you, succeed in your business instead of being comfortable, being, locked in a box. Um, so that did stick out to me, because clearly this was an example of me getting uncomfortable so that I'm able to succeed. So yeah, that did stick out to me.
Well, I love it. And definitely thank you for sharing. And I just love that you shared that, especially from the background of trading, right? Because no matter what business you're in, you still have to be consistent. You still have to have that mindset of an entrepreneur. Obviously, those are two different worlds. But some of the things that we do in both worlds are very, very, very similar, especially when we're talking about the industry. So I love it. Thank you so very much for sharing. Mr. Alan Pender. I got Mr. Alan Pender. Let me know if you can unmute. Mr. Alan Pender, you said, Alan Pender, you there?
Yes.
You said, have the mindset to break free from the herd. I love that. So kind of delve a little bit deep into your entire comment here, because you mentioned a lot of different things. It was a long one, but I want you to kind of delve into it. And I love that you said that, because you have you're in the Navy, right?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, definitely thank you for serving, and whatever you've done or continue to do for us, we love you. We appreciate you. And guys, this is my nephew, right? So he's one of the few people that actually got inside of the business. Before you delve into your question or your answer, nephew, kind of let everybody know, because I know a lot of people don't know me. What made you just I'm talking about from when you were like younger, nephew, what made you see the difference between, you have three other uncles, right? What made you see the difference between my path and what I decided to do versus, other different people, as well as other people in our family?
So I didn't really see your path as like different, because I noticed that all of you guys are like trying to take care of each yourselves and your families. It's just the way that you decided to do it. It just looked like it had a more successful rate versus my dad or Uncle Twan or Uncle Darren.
Mm. I love it. I love it. So Shouts out to my nephew. That's my favorite nephew. All right, I'm just playing. All right, so go ahead and kind of delve a little bit deep into, mindset and network marketing, people making money versus selling their soul to make money. Kind of delve into that because when you enlisted into the Navy, you signed the contract, right? So I want you to kind of delve into why you feel mindset is so important, not just in what you're doing, but even in network marketing.
So my mindset has changed over joining the company, like as for the most part. But the part about the herd, I noticed it because like me being in the Navy, everybody is a part of this herd, just waiting to make rank to get paid. And I hear about a lot of people talking about how they got these dreams that they never accomplished because they stayed in for 20 years, or they gave up on their dreams because the check is looking nice, but it's never as good as it seems. And like us being in the herd, where we never have time for anything, I never get to really do what I want. And that applies to not just people in the Navy, because I've seen my friends back home, they're in the herd working at like some regular job in a mall because it gives them free time a little bit and enough money to pay their bills. And then that 90% you was talking about, how so they're getting their check, which is going to be barely anything, that goes back into taxes, that goes right back to that company that's just paying them a portion of what they're getting paid anyways. So
Wow.
it's better to just make your own business. That way you're powering your own check. And then another thing about the oh crap, I threw myself off. I forget that word. I threw myself off with that one. But that's basically what I meant.
But and you made a great point because and I remember Robert Kiyosaki said, look at it too as a 3-year plan, a 5-year plan. And it brought me to this story, nephew. So one day I was working at the ad agency, and every weekend my friends would call me to want to go do something, go to this restaurant, go to Hooters. They wanted me to go to Wingstop, wherever, different places to watch sports and all this other stuff. So I was always telling them, no, I'm working my business. So every opportunity I got, I was working FES. I was working FES. When I got out of work, I worked FES. Weekends, I worked FES. So they were like, you putting all your time into your business. But it goes back to that. I decided to put more time into my business, sacrifice the fun now, right? And then there was days I'll call them on like a Tuesday or Wednesday at like 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock in the afternoon after I've already quit my job. And I said, all right, bro, I'm ready to go play basketball. You ready? They couldn't because they still had to work. And then the joke's on them. And look at us now. They're still working till this day, but they still want to be free, but they would never be free if they don't make those upfront sacrifices to get the long-term gain. So I love that. Did you think about what you forgot already, or you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Thank you. You're very welcome. You're very, very welcome. Man, that's powerful. That's powerful. Words are powerful. Correct. Vision. Oh man, King Anthony Leslie. Let me bring him up. This is another powerful leader. I would love for you guys to hear from him. Incredible young man. Powerful story. He just dropped some major nuggets inside of the chat. Mr. Anthony Leslie, you there?
Yep. What's going on?
Man, everything is going on, man. But I wanted you to share. You mentioned a little bit about the vision, and I really want you to share because I'm sure prior to you joining this company, you have a vision, and I'm sure it continues to grow and develop as your team grows. But I want you to share with everybody, what do you think about the importance of having a vision in this company to obviously create that reality?
Well, what's really more important is that I think people feel that their big dreams is not attainable as if just getting up and cooking breakfast. What people need to understand is that when you wake up in the morning, you think about what you're going to cook for your son and what you're about to be doing. You're manifesting before you actually tapping into that reality. And when it comes to big dreams, they feel that it's so hard to attain, but I want to let you know it is very easy to attain that big dream that you want, as if just getting up and manifesting it, but you just have to apply it every day. Now, it's not going to be easy, but is going to be worth it. And that's what people fail to understand. See, it's so easy to get up and just driving your car, going to a destination, you know, cooking, figuring out what you're going to buy from the grocery store. All this stuff that you're doing, you're manifesting it before you actually getting to it. People create a list to go to the grocery store, right? And I'm correct or I'm wrong.
Most people. I
Most-
tried going to the grocery store with no list, bro. I bought everything I didn't need. So yes, but most people.
So I'm going to speak about the ones who create a grocery list because they think about what they want before they actually purchase the item.
Good point.
But when it comes to their big dreams, they feel like it's hard to reach. They just so that is my only thing that people don't really understand, you know, and also reprogramming your mind. Some people are programmed for so long, they don't want to reprogram their mind because, of course, it's going to make them feel uncomfortable. So that's the reason why, and also priorities. You know, sometimes the people who you surround, if you're going through a bad time in your business, guess what's going to happen? The people around you are going to say, hey, you need to get a job. You got to feed your kid. You got to do this and you got to do that. Yeah, that is all good, but don't get carried away. Some people get carried away in that reality where they just forget about their vision. And that's where they kind of lose track. So don't want to elaborate on that. I guess that's pretty much self-explanatory.
You hit it. And I love it because you brought the grocery list. Bro, you murdered it. That could be that's one full training. Because everybody hopefully goes to the grocery store. And when you think about it, those of us who write lists before we are literally writing down the universe, and God is no different, right? It's effortless. So I just love that concept, and I hope everybody found value in that. Diamond Campbell, let me bring you up. I hope I pronounced your name right. You there? Damon? Damon?
I'm sorry, Diamond.
Diamond. Hey,
Yes.
see, guys, you don't even gotta be smart. Hey, that's the first time I ever seen somebody spell diamond. I promise you. But anyway,
I'm
Diamond.
sorry.
Hey, listen, you gotta be unique. So Diamond, you dropping a lot in the chat. So I didn't know which one to piggyback off. I guess kind of delve into which one struck to you the most, and kind of elaborate just a little bit before I bring up the next person.
With the short sacrifice for a long-term goal, is that what we're talking about?
You put a lot of stuff inside of the chat. I would just say, talk
Okay.
about what you really want us. You have over 120 people listening. So what was your biggest takeaways? Maybe that would be a good thing to talk about.
Okay, well, my thing is I love the mindset of what he was speaking on about the marketing part. Growing up, like you said, we always say they always taught us to go to college, graduate, and get a job. And to me, coming to find out, a job is just over broke. And I got tired of being on a job that was just over broke. I got tired of having to work from paycheck to paycheck, not having my own life, not spending time with my family because I'm on a job that's just over broke. So when I started the marketing MLM, I saw that I can go to my daughter school, have breakfast with her. I saw that I can go and have lunch with my friends. I saw that I can have my own time to do whatever I want and even write a book on my time. Now, when you're working at a job that works for 8 hours and you on somebody else's job for 8 hours and you're making the same money that you can make on your time for less than an hour, less than 2 hours, why would you waste your time on an 8-hour job? And I say that because the people out here in the world, again, they are 90% and they're not looking at what they can do with their life. They just waiting on a paycheck to paycheck. They just waiting on this stimulus. I look at that and say, why are y'all just looking at $600? What is $600? That's nothing. And I don't be arrogant about it. I'm not cocky about it, but it's just a point. That's where your mindset is at. And if you're simple minded, that's where you're going to be at.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. And it was crazy. I was getting a haircut and my barber was telling me about the stimulus. I was like, what stimulus? I wasn't even aware that we were going to get the stimulus. And all I'm going to do is put it with stocks or put it into my kids'
Right.
accounts or whatever.
Right.
But here's the thing we got to really understand. A person has to be taught that or being exposed to a different way of thinking. If you've never been exposed to a different way of thinking, you know, they won't make that leap of faith. It's like when I was working at the call center with Bruce. See, you guys hear the small part of the story. I gave Bruce book. I gave, maybe I'll let Bruce elaborate as well, but I gave multiple employees books. Not everybody read it. I literally went back around and collected all of my books. I think it was Bruce, maybe 2 other people read the book, or Bruce was gonna read it. He didn't. I was coming to take it back. He was like, I'm gonna read it. And then he delved into it, but I'll let him kind of elaborate a little bit on that. But I was that individual that always wanted to show people a different way, because when I was at the call center with Bruce, I was at the call center. So I was a supervisor making money. I was also making money doing taxes. Sometimes I used to walk in work with 10, 15 grand in my pocket and nobody knew, right? I also sold on eBay. I don't know if Bruce remember that. I did that. I did a lot of things while I was at work, while I was still making my guaranteed paycheck. So the mindset was there. And that's why I was always willing to kind of introduce other people of a different way of thinking. So thank you so very much, Diamond. And again, I never seen it spelled diamond like that, but we gonna take it because I love the uniqueness and continue to stay plugged in. And that'll be a good segue for me to bring up Mr. Rochester really, really quick. And guys, I want you guys to hear from him as well, because you know, you got to think about something. One of the things that stop people in business is ego and pride. So think about it. So Bruce and I were at the same call center. How is it? And this is the problem with a lot of people. And Lynn Roberts, I'll bring you up next. So how is it my friend that I used to work with at a call center ended up being my mentor? Well, I did one of the most important things that people forget. I put my pride and my ego aside to listen. Here's why. It doesn't matter what I did in the call center. It doesn't matter how much money I made. None of that mattered. What mattered is I found someone that's going to teach me what I don't know. So imagine if I said, man, Bruce is my employee. I ain't going to listen to him. I would not be here. Imagine if I said, man, me and Alfred was in the same company and I was at a higher title than him. That doesn't matter. Some people are still living today off yesterday's win. When Bruce and I were in the call center, our boss used to tell us, you ain't as good as your last sale. He didn't care how many sales we did last Saturday. How much you making today? How many sales you making today, bro? How much did you collect today? So I would love you guys to hear from Mr. Rochester, because again, he's been in network marketing. I think I got in maybe 2012 or 2013. I kind of forgot. I'd be suppressing a lot of that. But I just know the introduction was in Primerica. So one of my friends called me to the office. They told me bring a whole bunch of people. I brought a whole bunch of people to the office. This is what gave me a bad taste with network marketing, and I almost beat somebody's ass. Excuse my friend. So we went, and I brought all the people to the office. They didn't tell me I needed a license. So you know what they did? They signed everybody up under their license, and I didn't get paid for any of those people. Think about that. That was my first introduction to network marketing. But here's what I took from that whole meeting. Number one, I knew that there was another way to make money. I didn't know that. Number two, I understood the importance of having insurance, life insurance. And I got a lot of life insurance outside of FES. But if I wasn't exposed, or I didn't get, because some people take it personal. I take it personal that day, but I always look at the glass half full, right, instead of half empty. So I figured out, what can I take from that lesson? And if I did not have that open mind, I wouldn't have joined ACN. And then after ACN, I wouldn't have joined this when Bruce and Alfred reached out to me. But I want to turn it over to Mr. Rochester just so he can share with a little bit with you guys. And again, guys, I told Bruce about this maybe 15 minutes ago, and he's up and he's going to provide some value for you guys. So thank you so very much, Mr. Rochester. Can you kind of share with everybody, obviously, the benefits of being in the industry? And I don't know if you caught the video at the beginning, but just your takeaways from the industry as a whole.
No problem, man. Well, thanks for having me on as always, man. I appreciate it.
Of course.
Well, I wrote this down. Well, first of all, network marketing is definitely, and we say this all the time, it's personal development with a compensation plan. The person I became along the way is not the person I was way back. I've learned a lot from you. I learned a lot from the jobs I've worked at. And I remember being uncomfortable to be comfortable. Many times I was very uncomfortable where you guys told us if we didn't get a credit card over the phone, because we were working for the Police Athletic League, and our job was to raise money for the veterans, and we would send out decals. And the only way, way we took our payments was, of course, check and money order. But we was also transitioning to getting the credit card over the phone, and it was really, really pressuring us. Like, if you don't get the credit card over the phone, if you're not asking every single person for a credit card, you got to find another job. So at that point, I was like, God, man, I don't want to ask nobody for no credit card. So sometimes I would purposely not, and then they get caught and I get pulled in the office. They're like, listen, bro, every single call, you better ask for a credit card. We listening to you. So, in network marketing, we don't have a supervisor, supervising what you're doing every day. We don't have nobody saying, hey, listen, did you send out those friend requests I told you to do? Did you network with 5 people today? Did you do this? Did you say good morning? It's like no one is supervised. There's no supervisor. So there's the pros that no, you don't have a boss and we get to do what we want. But sometimes it gets to a point where, you end up scrolling on Instagram for 2 hours, and 2 hours turns into 4. You're on this new thing called, what is it called? Playhouse, or what is it called? The
Clubhouse.
Playhouse. I'm thinking about the strip club. Clubhouse. And then, you in the chat room, and we supposed to be in there networking, and you sitting there listening to someone else's chat room, but you ain't getting 2 agents and 3 customers. So, one thing is that helped me with becoming successful, and I think Anthony said it, is definitely manifestation. So I'd wake up in the morning and I'd manifest. Of course, you start manifesting what you want to do, and he's right about that. I do that. I manifest how many people I'm going to speak to, and I do it with my eyes closed, because it's like being in the Matrix. You're in a whole nother world when you're seeing yourself doing something without doing it, but then also have an obsession. I feel everything is about energy. And if you guys watch the movie The Secret, that thing is real, man. It takes energy to talk. It takes energy to move my hands. It takes energy to eat. It takes energy to have a conversation, to be angry. It also takes energy to push a car. And it takes certain energy to do certain things. Could we agree? And there's certain things you can't do by yourself. Why you think you always say, man, listen, if it wasn't for God, because you need certain energy. So if you want to be successful, you need a lot of energy. And I think this energy is one word, it's called obsession. You need an obsession energy where all you breathe and sleep and think about is manifesting what you want, where you want, and how you want to do it. Like my girl would be like, man, Bruce, this is all you talk about. I wake up in the morning and I'm manifesting, okay, I'm signing up. And Kevin, remember when we used to be on the phone and we'll say before the call even come up,
that's a sale.
We'll tell ourselves, oh, this is not up. They don't even know it yet. And it's like we start telling ourselves what we're about to do instead of saying, oh, they're not going to do it. Oh, she's probably not going. We'll say, oh, they signed up.
Mhm.
We'll keep saying that to ourselves, keep saying that stuff. And then Kevin would jump on the phone and they would say, yeah. I'm like, how did you do that? I'm thinking this boy got superpowers. I got 100 no's. He jump on the phone. He get a yes. It's just that y'all got to have confidence. Confident. That's another word. You got to be confident when you get on the phone. Like, you got to tell yourself, they sign up. I don't care what they going to say, what they going to do. They enrolling. I'm signing them up. And you got to assume that sale. But to go back to what I was saying, you got to be uncomfortable to be comfortable. If you're not comfortable with social media, if you're not comfortable, I wasn't comfortable either. I wasn't comfortable asking for credit cards. I wasn't comfortable doing a lot of things, but you got to get out of your comfort zone. But look at my lifestyle. It's a very comfortable feeling, but I had to be uncomfortable. And I want to thank all the personal development books, The Obsession. And you guys got to learn how to sell your vision. Sell your vision. I would tell people where I'm going, and I would plan a vision for where they are as well. And I'd be like, listen, you deserve more than this. And I would just say, a lot of people don't believe in themselves, man. They really don't. But you got to be like that life coach. And I think that's something you have a gift with, Kevin. You have a gift of just inspiring people and pouring into them and seeing more for themselves than they see for themselves. And when you guys recruit agents, that's what you got to do as well. You got to see more for themselves than they see for themselves. And you got to paint a vision for them. You got to be like, listen, in the next 2 to 3 years, this is where we're going to be. Listen, we're going to dominate Houston. Listen, Alfred has already, when he started this business, there was nobody doing it. Now he's doing 10 million in sales. Let me do the math for you. If you do 10 times 12, that's $120 million he's doing. He has an organization of 20,000 people. You're in Dallas. There's nobody in Dallas doing it. With your network, my connection, we could dominate Dallas. Imagine having thousands of people in your organization and you're the first person that did it. Bro, you're going to be making so much money. You're going to be making money in your sleep. And once we dominate Dallas, we can go to LA and open up another credit repair franchise out there. Once we dominate LA, we could go to New York. You're going to have credit repair franchises all over the nation. And then you could take the money from that and invest in stocks, buy real estate, open up your other bit. This is what I do when I talk to people. I paint a vision for them. I tell them where you are, where we're going to be, and what this business is going to do to open doors for you. And when I say that, I say, listen, we're looking to create more success stories. Only if you're ready. Are you ready? They're like, yeah, I'm ready. So you got to learn how to paint a vision, sell the dream. Because listen, when people stop dreaming, they stop living. Dream for them again. Create that neurological chemical. It's called dopamine and serotonin. That's when you feel good. And if you feel good, you do good. And remember, 95% of buying decisions are emotions. Tap into that emotion. And once you get in that emotion, you start pumping that dopamine, that serotonin, they're feeling good. They're like, listen, they want to buy. They like you. They're ready to, they're excited. So that's one thing I focus on is selling the vision, selling the dream, and just using whatever they say back to them. So here's a skill I use, and I'll wrap it up real quick. So for an example, when some people ask you guys, so what is it that you do? You probably in Uber, whatever, people gonna ask you what you do. Never just say, I do credit repair, or I do network marketing. So this is what I learned from Big Al. Big Al says this: when people ask you what you do, you always say, you know how, and you invite the problem. So it could be, you know how most people have bad credit? Well, what I do is I put people in position to have a 700 or better credit score. Or it could be, you know how most people live paycheck to paycheck during this pandemic? They'll say, yeah. Well, what I do is I show people how to get an extra paycheck. See, what that does is it invites people to say the word how, right? And you say, well, listen, man, I would love to talk to you about it, but we're in Uber. Why don't we exchange information and we'll get together and I'll get you more information. Never explain everything, never explain nothing over the phone, and let the tools do the explaining. right? So you want to pique their interest with, you know how most people are suffering during the pandemic? Well, what I'm doing is I'm putting them in position to earn extra income part-time. So don't just say, hey man, I do credit repair, or that doesn't sound fancy, or I build teams. Just say problem and then solution. And then they're gonna say how. Once they say how, that's when you can exchange your information to get them more information. All right, so that's my nugget for today.
Lot of value. You guys listen, he didn't even charge us for that, man. I hope y'all picked that nugget up. Multiple nuggets. Thank you so very much, Mr. Rochester. And then think about what he said earlier too. He said paint a vision for people. And then he also said that, some of us basically stop dreaming, but we want our kids to dream. Like, I don't understand, right? Those things we have to continuously do, right? It's like, and I'm keeping it 100. So I was on what was comfortable for me. Now I'm keeping it 100. After Christmas, still got the tree up. The house is all nice and quiet and it's cold. Guess what was comfortable for me? My bed. Ooh, that thing was comfortable. I was chilling, right? Not saying this training was uncomfortable, but I was thinking, and Bruce hit it. I'm like, man, how can I, and it goes back to what Robert Kiyosaki said, how can I help the team? How can I help people that's not on my team? Man, let me put the training out for everybody. Because to keep it 100, some people on here, your upline quit. I'm just keeping it 100. Some people on here, you're not coachable to your upline, because that's another thing that I see. And I want to be the solution. And it goes back to what Robert said earlier, the fours. He said, you join network marketing to become a leader, do it part-time, learn to win, get away from the paycheck. So one of the things that I've gotten in, and again, that goes back from the life coaching and the empowerment background, is being a leader, deciding to still do a training to help you guys, to help somebody else. So we have to always continue to be get outside of our comfort zone, because that's where it's all nice and cozy. Bruce could have not responded, right? It's rarely that he doesn't, but I would have understood it's the day after Christmas. Like, he probably chilling, but he still decided to get on and give you guys value. Some of you are going to pick it up. Some going to leave it right on the floor, and then somebody else is going to pick it up. But man, it was a lot of nuggets on here, man. And I just get excited, man, because we're showing you how you should be, even when the money's come. Because when you get to new levels, there's new devils. Money is just one attribute of success. It's just money, right? There's so much other things that are valuable that money can't buy, like character, like honor, right? Like mindset, like consistency, right? Those things, money can't buy you that. Imagine someone who has no honor, or who has who's basically a bad person. Then they got money. They're a bad person with money. Now they're gonna do more of that, right? So everything comes from leading by example. But at the end of the day, and of course, Anthony Leslie said it, the manifestation also starts with just you believing and working towards that. And you guys have heard me, Bruce has heard me say it over the years as well. But the secret, some of us don't realize the secret, if I'm not mistaken, I guess somebody can correct me, is it on Netflix? The Secret, check it out. Somebody put inside the chat if you can confirm that it's on Netflix. But I know for a fact, Netflix, you guys can leverage it. You say yes, Bruce? Yeah? Yeah?
It's on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
That's free. That's free. So you guys can leverage it and watch it. Like Brian Spotsville, he's out of California. He was watching The Secret almost every day, and it was crazy. We did a training. I was like, Brian, what do you stopped watching it? He was like, yeah, I stopped watching. I said, do you think it helped? Do you think it not stopped your business, but do you think it helped you when you were watching? He was like, yeah, it helped me. So it's crazy how the manifestation, it comes to be on autopilot. And I forgot what when Bruce was talking about how we used to come And even it got to the point where Bruce was doing the same thing. Well, we believe, and I'll get the headset. And mind you, I used to have people complain, Kev, these numbers suck. These calls suck. We're not getting any sales. I used to take that same damn headset, the same call, but the belief was different. I'll take the headset, put it on my head, make the sale, give it back to the person. Give them the headset and say, now you verify it, meaning verify the name, the number, just to make sure it's a solid sale. And they was baffled. But then all I did was transfer the belief. Now they saw I did it in front of them. We just transfer the belief. And then Bruce had another thing in reference to, we don't have any supervisors. Some of you don't realize you got to be self-starters. No one's gonna, I have people call me, well, coach, you didn't call me today. I'm not gonna call you. Bruce never called me and say, Kev, you didn't call me today. No. When I wanted to do the Saturday trainings every single Saturday, and I didn't have all of the money to pay for every single Saturday, and I didn't want Bruce to have to come in. I said, Bruce, we need to have some type of Saturday trainings, man, but I'm going to be willing to get up and set up every single day. I just need you to pay for it. Okay, I got it. We never missed a payment. Never. Every single week by clockwork, that money was going through. And when the money wasn't, I used to follow up with the people a few days before. Why? Because I treated Bruce money like my money. It wasn't my money, but he was betting on me. He was allowing me to help others. And we did it every single week. Why? Because I saw that we needed help with Saturday trainings. I just needed us to do it together. And when I committed to doing that, that helped our team. And then guess what happened after that? Then we went on the massive run. That's how we went from ESD to RVP, because the entire team was engaged, right? So it's the same thing with this, guys. You got to be willing to get outside of your comfort zone. And it's easy to get a lot of money than get comfortable. I promise you it's easy, right? But we got to understand what got us where we are now, consistently being uncomfortable. And for us, since we're major leaders, we're not afraid to do anything, but meaning, like I said, the bed was nice today. What is how often Christmas and the day after Christmas is cool, man? Y'all sleep. Well, I was about to cancel the whole training today. I'm like, bro, this bed look good. Right, I'm trying to enjoy these gifts my wife got me. All right, I'm gonna bring up Miss Lynn Roberts really quick. Lynn, you dropped a lot of nuggets inside of the chat. I want you to kind of delve into one of them. I missed it earlier. Okay, so network marketing to help people build assets to become business owners. Network marketing to help people become the person they want to be. Oh, that's what killed it for me. So I want you to kind of delve into what made you kind of type all of that in. And you're no stranger to network marketing, correct?
Correct. I'm not.
Right.
This is my second network marketing business I've been involved in. The first one, I have to say, it helped me prepare for this one. So I do thank that group for that. But the first thing that I put down, help people build assets and become business owners. I can remember being in my 20s, I always wanted to have rental properties, but I never had the money, never knew how to go about getting the assets to actually acquire it. I just didn't know anything. And then when I got involved with network marketing, it really opened my eyes on not just, making money besides my corporate job, but it's teaching me a lot. How to go about, not like for this group, for instance, not just about credit, but leveraging your credit to build assets. I've been learning a lot about that. And becoming a business owner, we can't just rely on that paycheck, because that paycheck can be taken away from us any day. That's what I'm going through now at my job, where I'm seeing people getting fired almost every week. And it's scary. It's just like, well, am I going to be next? You always want that backup plan or another option just in case corporate America do turn their backs on you. So becoming a business owner, whether it's part-time, full-time, or your spare time, I think that's just the way to go. And network marketing helped me see that as well. And then I put help people become who they want to be. I've always seen myself bigger than I'm naturally a shy person. I don't like getting in front of people. I don't like talking a lot in front of a huge crowd, but I've always wanted to do that. So network marketing definitely helped me become walk into that person not being shy to where I'm going live on Facebook. I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel. Like I'm really stepping out of my comfort zone.
Thinking about it. It's done.
It's done. Okay, yeah, it's done. It's really taking me out of my comfort zone because I see leaders in our organization doing what I want to do. So I want to walk with the winners. And that was my last thing. I want to walk with them. So I have to do what they're doing. So I have to get out of my comfort zone in order to do that.
Wow. We could end the training on that. Wow. Bruce, you wanted to say something? I just seen Bruce lean in.
Yeah, I was going to say, I remember the book of Moses when God wanted him to lead the people, and Moses was stuttering, and he didn't have belief in himself, and he was like, they're not going to listen to me.
I'm a stutterer.
But he, he went out there and led and became the best leader that he can be, even though he stuttered. But some of us, we just be like, we make excuses for ourselves, we self-sabotage ourselves with these thoughts, but we can still lead people.
Wow,
man,
that's a double whammy. I love it. Lynn, thank you so very much for providing that value and definitely helping us understand it from a different perspective. The fact that you came from a network marketing company, and I love what you said at the offset. You said that company prepared you for this one. That's powerful, right? So that's a different shift. Thank you so very much, Lynn. And you are absolutely right, especially about the YouTube. All of us have them, but you want to make sure you're leveraging them on your own and providing your own value, Lynn. So definitely, Lynn, once you got that YouTube channel up, send it to me and in the core leadership group so I can subscribe to the channel. I would highly recommend you get that up today. Lynn, can you get that up today, Lynn?
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm sorry.
Right.
I was on mute.
No, that's fine. I was hoping you was gonna say yes. I'm like, hold on, I don't think she's there anymore. All right, good. So definitely let me know when you got that up. I love it, man. And I think a lot of you should, or I know a lot of you should definitely follow in her footsteps as well as that. And that's just one thing that she said, get her out of the comfort zone. Pick what that is for you, but just know all the success is on the other side of your comfort. So you want to make sure you're doing what you have to do. Mr. Alan Strickland, you said a few things inside the chat. Go ahead and delve into it just a little bit before we end the training.
I just want to say something that I was talking to you about yesterday, and you felt that it was very profound. So I'm going to say it for everybody that's on here. In the beginning, I had hope, but I stayed around until I grew faith. In the beginning, I was consistent, just coming. I remember when we was doing the Tuesday night events in Miramar. And at the time, the mother of my child was pregnant, and I was just hoping, man. I was just hoping I was going. I just remember I was just dying to be an SD. I just wanted to get on that stage. I got tired of watching if you SD above come up and say, and I got to keep sitting there. And I felt like I should have been an SD because I was committed. So I was just hoping in the beginning. I was just hoping, man. I remember coming to when an hour before we found out the Tuesday night event moved and we had to drive. Oh, it's not here, it's here. And I just remember all of that. And I stayed consistent. I was just hoping, man. I just look at Bruce and just look at them like, man, I just hope one day, man. I just hope. And I stayed around, kept coming to Super Saturdays, kept getting a little better until I grew faith. So that's why I want to say, if you ain't got the faith right now and you in the hope phase, okay, that's cool. You hoping. That's cool. I was once there. Stay around, keep plugging in, stay around, and eventually something gonna crack. It's no way. Stay around, eventually something gonna crack. Like, and I coined that, Coach Tim. I wrote it down. I'm gonna post it. In the beginning, I had hope, but I stayed around till I developed faith. And now I have faith, and I know. Now I'm knowing it's gonna happen. Now I believe it's gonna happen. I practice on some of personal development, so it don't make no sense. Every day I'm listening to something positive. Every day I'm getting in the mirror, I'm saying something positive with myself. And I'm listening to positive, I'm saying affirmations. I'm there, I'm reading book. Like Alfred said it though. So next year, My goal, ain't no goal, will be done. I will read a book a month. So by the end of 2021, I've been read 12 books. Now, if it's 13, it's cool. But hey, it's cool. So Coach Kev, hey, just what you say, I put my YouTube channel in our group. So hopefully all the leaders will follow. I just put it in there. I've been at my YouTube. So I put it in there. Everybody follow. And yeah. So it's a lot of things. A lot of personal development going to be for me in 2021. I'm going to be doing more webinars, reading more books, doing more lives. Yeah, man, this is a 2 to 5 year game plan, man. We got to start letting people know that the business, like, we people, and it's not for them. Well, hold on, you got another 700 days to be here. So, like, let's just come in and just continue to get trained. Because, I think what Coach Kevin we're doing now, I think this is going to build us stronger. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. This right here, these new standards gonna make some people fall off. Y'all know that. Coach Kev taught me a long time ago. People choose the least resistant path. People gonna quit and gonna lay down now with these standards. They are. But the next time we hit a momentum, it's gonna be strong and it's gonna be stable. It's gonna be sturdy. It's gonna be firm. Trust me. So believe in it. Believe in your leaders. Stay coachable, and that's it, Coach.
Perfect, man. And when he said that to me, I was like, wow, I never heard that. And everyone can relate, right? So if you're on here and you can relate the fact that you was just you're in the bit, you're basically borrowing from somebody else faith, right? And then you were just sticking it out, and then before you know it, it created faith in you because you started to get results. You started to see other people. You started to see what you have created because you stayed the course. And there's some people, man, and I'm sure Bruce, Coach Legend, Allen, I'm sure all of you can attest. There's some people that quit. I've had people that quit the business a year ago and signed back up because we never stopped. So those of you who are on here, I highly recommend you stay the course because success is not for the chosen few, but for the few who choose. Are you going to go through it? Are you going to endure? Right? And that's one of the things that I love. So I see Mr. Alfred Singleton. He's been saying a lot of things inside of the chat. Alfred, are you there? You can unmute. Okay. All right. Make sure y'all let Alfred know I tried to call him up. All right. So let me go ahead and bring up one more individual. 1 second. Well, let me show you guys this really, really quick before I do that. And I want to end it because I really want us to understand where we are in this industry. And we all got to make sure we are visual learners. Hold on 1 second. All right, so let me share my screen really quick. All right, and those of you who've been in, I'm sure you guys have seen Bruce used to do a training on this, and this came from this book. I don't know if you guys can see it, Rich Dad Poor Dad, right? And the guy you guys heard earlier is obviously Robert Kiyosaki. Also, if I had to tell you guys what should be your next read, it should be GoPro, right? As you guys build your network marketing businesses, Eric Warrior is going to be a part of the journey. He's been a part of mine. He's been a part of all the successful leaders that you guys hear right now, including Mr. Alfred Nixon, including Mr. Bruce Lee Rochester, Coach Legend, Mike Burgos, Lakeisha Marion, all of the Alyssa Barnes, everyone who you see that's super successful in any network marketing, it came from Mr. Eric Worre, and I recommend you guys get invested into that. So I want you guys to look at this really quick. This is super important for us to really understand where we are on this quadrant, right? We all hear on the trainings or on the presentation where we talk about linear income versus residual or passive income, right? So most people are on the employee side, right? And they basically have no leverage. They're being leveraged, right? So the CEO is leveraging them. Okay. So when the CEO is out or golfing or doing what he's doing, you know, he's still making money because he has a ton of employees. Okay. So it's okay to be there, but you don't want to stay there. All right. The other thing I want to mention to you is the self-employed. Now, all these different areas, I've been there, right? So I can relate to all of them. Self-employed. Now, some of you may have never been self-employed, but let me give you an example. A mechanic can be self-employed. A hairdresser can be self-employed, right? Me, when I was doing the life coaching and motivational speaking, I was self-employed. That means it's a one-man show, right? You know, you own your job. That was, so I always tell you guys, or you guys have heard where, you know, we got the contract with Dr. Oz. We were making $1,000 an hour. But here's the thing that you guys don't know. So I remember, man, we were making money. We were doing great. And it got to the point where I didn't want to travel. I didn't want to go to this other place. And I love the empowerment, but I didn't want to go all the time. It was times where I had to take my family. You know what I'm saying? And I remember, you know, my wife told me one day I came back and she was like, man, I feel like a single mom. I'm like, a single mom? I'm paying all these damn bills. What you talking about? You paying bills? I'm paying bills, but I'm helping contribute more. Because when I thought of single mom, I thought of my mom, right? 4 boys by herself. She had to pay everything. Everything was on her. So I didn't understand her, but I had to start learning my wife's love language, how to listen to her. And when she said that, I was like, dang, finally got my life coaching business off the ground, finally killing the game. And I have to make a choice. Do I want to keep my family and my wife, right? Meaning spend more time with them, figure out another way to make money, or do I want to stay self-employed, being married to the job, right? Remember when LeBron James was in Cleveland, he was a one-man show. That's kind of what it means being self-employed, right? Plumber, self-employed, right? The person that cleans the cars, the car cleaners, those are self-employed. So everything is on them. And no matter where I went in my life coaching business, they only wanted me. I couldn't say, hey, I trained this person, Jeremy. Jeremy's going to do the talk. No, they wanted Coach Kev. Hey, I trained this person, Michelle. Michelle's going to do the life coaching session, group coaching session. No, we want you, Coach Kev. We want you to do it. And I couldn't have a day off. So if I was sick, I still had to go. If my stomach hurt, I still had to go. If I was tired, I still had to go. So that's why I wanted to segue away from being self-employed, right? And where you guys are, some of you are employees, some of you are already on the business owner side. This is why we started the business of network marketing, or FES, right? So you can basically create income, right? We have a system. Some of us don't follow the system. You're trying to reinvent the system. You're trying to do all these things, which is going to keep you stressed. But you have to understand that the system is already set. There's different things that you can tweak to make it your own, like your story, but there's still a system, right? Think about what Bruce said earlier. He said from Big Al, that's a system. You know how most people are suffering during the pandemic, right? That's a system. That's something that you can duplicate. And then he said, what I do is I help people, boom, 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 boom. But that's part of the system. You can take that same nugget he gave you, tell your entire team that, and everybody can benefit from it. But the concept is the system is there, right? People are working the system and you're getting a chance to leverage. See, this is why network marketing is so important, right? And Alan said it earlier. A few people said it that spoke. We got to look at this as a long-term plan, right? 2 to 5 year game plan. This is not short term. I had a lady message me. No, she messaged me. No, she put something inside the group and then I called her. And then she was like, well, I'm giving this to December or I'm quitting. I said, quit now. Why would you wait to December to quit something that you just decided that you're going to quit? Quit now. Don't wait. Quit ASAP. Because that means every training, everything that she's in, she's looking for a reason to quit. That's not the right mindset to have. You need to look for a reason to succeed. Look for a reason on how it's going to work. Focus on what you want. That was the other thing Alan and I was talking about. I only focus on what I want. Some of us get inside these business or these trainings and they say, man, last month I didn't hit field trainer. Okay, that was last month. What I got to do it this month? That's why when Bruce was saying we got on the phone and we said, oh, this is a sale. Oh, this person's gonna sign up. It's gonna be a credit card. Even though what he didn't tell you guys was we probably had 10, 20, 30 no's before that next call. We always believed the next person was gonna do it with enthusiasm, like insane. We actually believe that the next person was gonna say yes. And the next person was gonna say yes. And we heard no after no. And then a no, and then another no. Then we had a yes, 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 then a no, and then a no, and then a no. But if you really think about it, how many no's you actually remember? I can't tell you the last person that told me no. I literally forget about them. I can't tell you the last person that told me I'm going to sign up and they didn't sign up. The last person that told me they were going to sign up and I believed them, it was a guy named Kyle, right? And when Kyle told me that, right? His name is Kyle Garrison. But when he told me that, I believed him because the conviction in his voice. This is not his first rodeo. He understands it, right? And I didn't have to sell him on it. Kyle was ready, right? So you want to make sure you're in the business owner. That's where we are right now in FES, but you also want to continue to have that mindset. And then lastly, and then Robert Kiyosaki mentioned this, you want to be an investor. This is where we invest into properties. This is where we invest into stocks. We invest into different companies. We invest into other things to help create more wealth so we can have financial freedom. See, a lot of people talk about, oh, I want to be financially free. Yes, but do you know what that means? Do you know what it takes? Right? It's not how much money you have, it's how much money you keep. So this one image, I really want you guys to understand this. This is recorded. So I'll put this training inside of the groups and you guys can leverage it and use them and rewatch it because there's a lot of nuggets on here. And I really wanted you guys to understand that this is so much more bigger than credit, so much more bigger than FES, so much more bigger than money, but you got to be willing to understand the entire industry. So now I know a lot of you are not directly on my team, so this is going to be up to you and your mentors to kind of delve in to teach you a lot more about the network marketing industry. I just wanted to introduce you guys to this. I'm going to be doing this privately with my team consistently because I got to continue to push their envelope and push them outside of the nest, right, so to speak. And I want to encourage all of you to learn as much as you can about the network marketing industry in its totality, because there's going to be a lot of value that you're going to give, not only for yourself, but every new agent that you bring in. Okay, so I'm going to bring up Mr. Coach Legend as well, another individual that you guys see all the time. I don't want to steal his thunder, but he has a lot of experience in network marketing, and I decided to build people. You know, I get messages from people all the time that are not in my team. They're like, man, Coach Kev, man, you keep doing these training, you keep doing these webinars, man. I'm not even in your team. You're not, right? And then I'll have some people, man, Coach Kev, you know, I'm not in your team, but I got a question for you. Can you do a three-way call for me? I'm not going to do a three-way call for you. Most likely, I'm not going to answer any of your questions like that because I don't have that kind of time. So what I do is I invite you to the webinars. I'm inviting you to some of these trainings, give you as much as I can give you, but you and your team and your mentor will be also doing that. And if they're not doing that, then you got to be the leader that you want to see, right? Gandhi has a famous quote. He says, be the change that you want to see in the world. So be the leader that you want to see, right? Certain things I didn't have to call Bruce. I didn't have to call Alfred. I researched it and I figured it out. And I continue to figure things out, right? But can I call Bruce? Yes. What happens if Bruce is not available? There's so many times I called Bruce, he wasn't available. Something happened to his phone. He was in the middle of a training. He just couldn't help me. And I had to figure it out, right? Some of us are looking and blaming things on our upline or this person signed up or that. No, you just keep growing. That's all you need to do. So if you message me or you call me or something, and you're saying to yourself, man, I can't. You know, I can't get on this. I can't get on that. Is fine. Be the change that you want to see inside of the world, right? Be the change that you want to see inside FES. Be the change that you want to see inside your organization. And I promise you, you're gonna be excited on what you're gonna become, right? And just be consistent, because when I got in this company, I knew I was going to go to Pinnacle. Like, I knew it. I'm not even there yet, but I believe it just as sure as there's a light flashing in my face. I believe that I'm going to be Pinnacle. Like, I already believe it, right? And all I'm doing is waiting for it to happen. But in the meantime, I'm giving it all I got. And we're showing you how to give it all you got as well. Coach Legend, are you there?
Where else would I be?
And
Had you scared for a second.
You're being nice and cozy. So
Man.
I want you guys to hear from Coach Legend. And again, look, he's driving, right? He could have been like, I don't know. It's just funny, Coach Legend, when a lot of people say they want to be successful, but some of the things they got to do to be successful is too much. So I just love when I get a chance to see you, and also Bruce Lee Rochester, Alfred, and you guys continue to show us what it means to be a servant leader. So I would love for you to share. Definitely drive safe. Kind of share with everybody. I don't know how much you caught earlier, but any nuggets.
Everything.
Oh, all right, perfect. So share anything. Go ahead.
Oh man, first off, I just appreciate you for doing this call. I mean, one, you're unselfish. I just look at your characteristic as a leader and basically what you stand for. I mean, Saturday morning, I mean, you chose to do this call last minute or whatever, invite everybody and not being selfish again. It just, I just really appreciate you and honor you for that. Just so much value to everybody else that shared. And then, Bruce, man, the energy that you guys have, during this whole time, I was just thinking maybe I need to book another flight to Florida, because I don't know what's up with these guys. It's the energy for me, man. I don't know what's up with these guys. Like, it's like I just want to be around you guys just to be molded. But man, it's just when I think about you and I think about Bruce, and I had this one question that I wrote the other day because I was reading something. And it's like, and so this is what makes me appreciate you guys more and more.
You went out, bro. You said this would make me appreciate you guys more and more, and then you went out.
Can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. So this is what makes me appreciate you guys more. It's your work ethic. Thank you. And so I was reading something the other day, and this is a question that I saw that stood out to me. And the question was, do people know you for your work ethic? Right? Just think about that for a second. So look at Mr. Coach Kev's work ethic. Again, the day after Christmas training call. Bruce could have been anywhere else, but he's on supporting, the movement. He's on the call. So again, look at these people work ethic. And so the marketplace, it will reward you for things that you do every day. See, a lot of people are not doing things every day. So again, you got to think what makes you uncomfortable, because everything you want is on the other side of fear. So I think about the things that makes me uncomfortable. Like, just like I used to be at a car center the same way that Bruce and Coach Kev just explained it. And like anytime the phone would ring, I would already assume the sale. If you call my line, I mean, that's the wrong number. I mean, because if I answer, when I do answer, I'm closing you. And then something else that he said, but we used the same thing when I was, I had a cleaning company and I was the operations manager. So I used to order franchisees, meaning somebody would come in, invest some money, and basically we would get them some commercial cleaning buildings for them to clean. And so one of the things, and some of the franchisees would come and like complain sometimes, right? And then I told them, hey, look, you are only as good as your last clean. And so a lot of people, they didn't get that at the beginning. Like, I don't care what you did last month. You probably licked that place up spotless 2 weeks ago. If you go clean tonight and you miss the trash can, they're only going to remember that you missed the trash can. So you are only as good as your last clean. So I love how you said that, like, you are only as good as your last sale. So, but those are the things that, that really, really stuck with me. But also, to take it to the next level, your daily method of operation. Like my first hour is personal development. So first of all, I applaud everybody that's on this call right now. You guys got on this call last minute, and I just appreciate you. Like that speaks volume, because look at how many people are not here, but you are on this call right now. So on VP University call on Monday, I talked about The Secret. I mentioned everybody that's on Netflix and YouTube. It was their task, their assignment for the next 24 hours to get it done. Just think about how many people still haven't watched that yet, right? And so it's all about that mindset. So my first hour of every single day, I start with the mindset. And then the young lady that spoke, she said that this is her second company. And she said, basically, she said she paid the price somewhere else. And that's what I got from that. So I've been with this company. I mean, I've been in the profession for 15 years. And this is the longest company that I have been with. So I've been in this company now for 4 years. You know, I haven't graduated, but look, it took me 4 years to get to where I'm at. And you have people that, that have more success than me in 2 years. So I just want you guys to just ponder about that, again, not to compare, right? So another thing is what you focus on grows. You guys know I'm in my favorite car, but I'm in the I-8, so I had to let my brother drive because I knew I would probably be speaking. So what you focus on grows. So when I had first purchased a vehicle, I had got a Chevy Impala, right? And then as soon as I purchased that car, I saw that car everywhere else. I mean, it just stuck out. It could have been somebody backing out somewhere. It could have been, the car could have been hidden. I'm going to spot it. I mean, that's all my focus was. So what you focus on grows. So I want you to think about, what do you focus on? Because focus equals power, right? Focus equals power. And so if you think about this, right? If you complain for 5 minutes, that's 5 minutes that you just wasted. If you complain for 5 minutes, that's 5 minutes that you just wasted. So don't complain. Don't focus on complaining. Just, again, focus on positivity. Focus on becoming better. Like, you got to pick a champion. So when I look at Mr. Coach Kev and, I look at Bruce, you got to pick a champion. You can't be all over the place. You got to pick a champion and model that person, right? Model that person. Again, and this was a big one for me. How you do anything is how you do everything. And so why do you think our posture's on 1,000? That's how we talk. That's how we talk to prospects. That's how we talk to you. How you do anything is how you do everything. So again, like, the reason that you guys maybe admire us or look up to us or would want to be where we're at, but you guys don't see all the things that we do when people are not looking. I've been on YouTube since last night. I was really on Clubhouse last night for like 5 hours. I felt like I was at the club. I was like, man, I'm still here, but I was learning from a lot of people in different fields, trying to see how, what I could do different to take myself to the next level, right? Even though I had that Clubhouse app on, I was still on Instagram, getting back to my lead. So really killing two birds with one stone. So I was growing myself at the same time. So one person can change the world just by giving hope. What do you guys think that Mr. Coach Kev and Bruce are doing on these calls? One person can change the world just by giving people hope. These people give me hope. Because I look at their traits. I look at how somebody got up the day after Christmas to do a training call and was unselfish. So again, one person, guys, just think about this, right? So when you think about your goal, and then I can end with this, right? When you think about, and this is what I learned, right? When you think about your goal, you got to have so much clarity. So much clarity. Like I told Coach Kev, man, my goal is to personally enroll 5,000 agents for 2021. I told him. So I'm putting that out there. 5,000. If I fall short and get 500, that's cool. But my goal is 5,000. But here's the thing. Here's what I didn't tell you. So when you give a goal, you got to have that clarity. It's how much and by when. 5,000 by October 8, 2021. You see that clarity? 5,000 by October 8, 2021. Here's what I noticed. Whenever I put a big goal like that, something that scares me, let me tell you what it does. It dictates our behavior. In my case, it dictates my behavior. Sometimes we talk about belief so much. Here's one thing I know about belief. See, belief is different for you. See, my belief is because I believe that I can do it. It dictates my behavior. Your disbelief, you don't believe that it's possible, so you don't take any action. So I said, hold on, I put that out there into space. Now my behavior has to model my new goal because I got a timestamp. A goal without a date is a wish. So to end my case, when I think about Mr. Coach Kev and Bruce, it's the work ethic for me. Thank you. That's my time, sir.
Wow. I love it. I love it. Coach Legend said, how you do anything is how you do everything. This is why you can take the top producers in FES, bruh. You can put us in any company, in any state, anywhere in the world. Guess what's still gonna stand true? Work ethic, manifestation, mindset, consistency, leadership. It's the same. It's the same. So, man, and your daily methods of operation, what are you doing every single day? What are you consistent on? Where are you focusing? And I love when Coach Legend gave the analogy about the car. Bro, when I got my Hyundai Elantra, I started seeing them everywhere. Everywhere. When I got my Ford Taurus, I was seeing them everywhere. I know when Bruce got that when he got that Volvo back in the day, he was seeing them everywhere. That C40 Benz, he was seeing it everywhere, right? I know we don't see Lambos everywhere, Bruce, so we can't we can't say we see that everywhere, but
hey, when I left the dealership that day, as soon as I went on 595, I seen a Lambo. How ironic is that, bro?
That's crazy. But that's where you was focusing. And then hold on, Bruce. Kind of share with everybody before it goes back to what Coach Legend just said. Basically, you had the goal to get the car many moons before you actually got in the car. But did you envision or manifest or go to the dealership to sit in the car? Did you experience all of that?
My daughter would tell you every night on YouTube, I watch Lamborghini. Listen, every day on YouTube, we watch a video on Lamborghinis. Every single day. I was so obsessed. I went to the dealership at least once every 2 weeks just to look at the cars. It was the same cars. He's like, yeah, man, it's the same cars. It's the same cars. And I will go on YouTube. I will look at the prices. I knew exactly the price. I knew how much I needed. I didn't know the transition of what I needed, like taxes and, you got to show your W-2s, your 1099s. You got to file your tax. I was like, man, this is like buying a house. But you got to know what you want. You got to be obsessed with what you want, to the point where, like, I looked at every Lamborghini video. Like, there was no more videos for me to look at.
Wow. Wow. Well, I'm glad you kept that faith and you stayed consistent with that, man, because the manifestation is 100% real. And obviously you have a lot more than just a materialistic thing, but it's also proven that mindset, that concept works. We just got to work it. So I love it. Man. Yeah.
I'm sorry. May I say one more thing?
Yes, sir.
First of all, I'm booking my flight. I'm just letting y'all know. Y'all just inspired me so much. I might be down there tonight. I'm looking for my next flight. But second, one of the things that another tip, guys, you got to be omnipresent, which means that you got to be everywhere at the same time. But again, a lot of people, it's the work ethic. And this is what I mean by that. So I told Coach Gab, I'm gonna go live every day. Do you know what it's gonna take for me to go live every day? Discipline. But also, what am I gonna talk about? So before I go live, I gotta watch an hour of personal development so I can touch on something else. I can't be talking about the same thing. So again, it's just when you talk about being uncomfortable, I always wanted to throw myself at things and places that made me uncomfortable because I had to grow. I mean, you can't grow in your comfort zone. So again, I would hang out with people at certain times because I was uncomfortable. Like I wanted to say no. I said, you know what? I think I need to, I should say yes because there's something I'm supposed to learn from here. So again, I always put myself in uncomfortable situations, and that just would really help me propel to where I'm at. That's it.
And think about that, guys. And just because, and when Coach Legend told me that, I didn't make my goal every day. Why? I knew I couldn't commit to that. I was not willing to commit to that. And I was 100 with it. But my goal was live 3 times a week. Why? I could commit to that. So what am I saying with that? Just because Coach Legend goal is to go live every single day, you are not Coach Legend. Can you go live every day? Yes, you can set that goal. But here's the most important thing, because people call me all the time and ask me, can you commit to that? Right? Coach Kev, can you come on this training with me every single week? No, I can't. I can't commit to your training. I only could commit to mine. And we're going to leave you with this. Guys, you got to understand where my hunger come from. And Coach Legend mentioned it. I called Bruce one day. I don't know. I was just in my feelings. I called Bruce and I'm like, bro, what do I need to do? What else do I need to do? He was like, bro, nothing. Nothing. You don't need to do nothing, bro. You. And what's so crazy? I'm a competitor. I don't even see, this is going to sound crazy. I don't even see the work ethic. I just do it. I don't think about it like that. When I used to work at Arby's, I was 17. I worked at Arby's. And before I went to the call center where Bruce was at, bro, I used to go on my day off. I used to put on my uniform. Some of y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but now I'm just thinking about it. That's crazy. I used to put on my work uniform. I didn't have a cell phone at the time. I couldn't afford one. I used to get on the bus. I didn't have a car at the time. Stay with me. I used to catch the bus from Miramar to Pembroke Pines on my day off. Every day off. Now, some of you like, bro, that's crazy. Here's why I did it. Nobody else was doing it. So I did it every day off until one day, I never forget this manager name. His name was Chris Flynn. Chris wasn't successful, but his wife was a big time lawyer. So Chris didn't have to work. So Chris asked me, he was like, man, you come here every day off. Why? I was like, Chris, I don't got no cell phone and I don't have a car and I don't know if somebody called off. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, if somebody called off, I'm right here. Mind you guys, I was 17 on my own. I had to pay all my bills. No mom. I didn't grow up with my dad. So all I knew was work ethic. And I brought that to every single thing. That's what I'm telling you. You can take Bruce, you can take Coach Legend, you can take Lynn, you can take Alan Strickland, you can take Tammy, you can take Jay Williford, you can take all the leaders and put us in any business. We're going to be successful. And I went every single day off. And one day, this is where he messed up. This is going to be worth all of the nuggets. That man said, all right, man, clock in. I said, what? He said, go ahead and clock in. I said, well, what do you want me to do? This was powerful. He said, I don't know, man. We're going to figure out something you could do. He said, go clean the coffee thing. I cleaned the coffee thing. I was done. You know what that man did? When it was time, when his wife went to another state because she had a big, huge case, I'm talking about millions of dollars as a lawyer, he didn't need to work. Do you know who we nominated to be the supervisor? Take a wild guess. Just take a guess. And that's all because all he saw was work ethic. All he saw was something different. When we ended up getting that call center at that Arby's. Think about Arby's. I'm from the hood. We didn't have no damn Arby's in Miami. We had Checkers and McDonald's and Burger King, right? In these other places. And then I brought the same mindset to when we was at the call center with Bruce, we ended up getting robbed at the Arby's. How about Pembroke Pines police thought it was an inside job? I said, bruh, I'm not about this. I'm black too? You crazy. I'm not about to set myself up. So anyway, I went and I started looking for another job. I ended up at the call center with my friends. And then that's when I got a chance to meet. I think Bruce was in the Lauderhill office. I was in another office, but we were all in different offices. Ray Banks was there. We was all in different offices. But anyway, and Bruce remembered this. I'll let him attest. Besides my hair I had dreads, I had pullouts. I used to always have my pants. I'm from Miami. That's what I knew, right? And I used to go to work every day. And I remember going to our supervisor, Jose, we call him Pep. And I was like, Pep, what do I need to do to be a supervisor? And he basically told me the same thing that I did at Arby's. He didn't know I did it. You got to come to work on time. You got to pull up your pants. You got to lead, be a leader. So when break's over, we shouldn't have to go get you. Be the person that helped everybody come in. It got to the point where my homeboy was like, bro, you ain't no manager. Why are you telling us all to come in? You're not no manager. But I was manifesting that. And I did that for 3 years. I did everything he told me to do because I was following the right leader. He told me to come to work early. I did it. He told me to lead by example. I did it. He told me to don't like Saturdays. We used to get our checks on Saturdays, but they didn't give us our checks on Saturday. Oh, no. I used to try to get my check on Fridays because they held it to Saturday to make you come to work on Saturday. So they had the check has a little carrot. And I was like, man, I need to get my check on Friday. He said, well, you come to work early on Saturdays, I'll start giving you a check on Friday. And some people, y'all didn't know this, well, Bruce figured it out. Some of the top leaders got their checks on Fridays. Here's why. They've already proven that they got work ethic and then they was going to come on every single Saturday. So they proved that they was reliable. They proved that they followed through on their commitments. You know how many days Bruce gonna get mad, but he not gonna get mad. You know how many days I give Bruce his check on Friday or Thursday, and his ass wouldn't come to work on Saturday, and Pat would be like, bro, you gave all these people their checks. I'm like, man, I believe they stories, man. I believe they stories. And I used to have conversations with them, guys, I need y'all to come to work because I'm giving y'all checks. But the moral of what I'm telling you guys is the work ethic. So when Coach Legend, and when I was asking Bruce what more I can do, I'm just grinding because right now, LeBron James is the best basketball player in the world. But let me tell you what LeBron James did after he won the championship. He was in the gym. He went back to work. Some of you are too young to realize this, but Emmitt Smith, he played for the Dallas Cowboys. They beat my team, which was the Buffalo Bills at the time, 3 years in a row. The second year that they won the Super Bowl, Emmitt Smith was in the gym. Eric Thomas talks about this. They were asking him, so Emmitt, what are you gonna do? He put it on his chest. He let it rest there for like 2 seconds. And then he started lifting weights. He was like, that was my rest. That was it. The moral of what I'm telling you, we never stop working. We never stop. Yeah, we have times we spend time with our family. Yeah, we have time when we don't do, work because we want to enjoy the future fruits of our labor. But how are we supposed to get you to the highest level if we're here and we're not showing you what work ethic is? See, some of you are not working hard enough. Some of you are waiting for somebody to tell you what to do. Some of you are saying, well, how can I be successful? Well, people tell me no. So what? Some people just got offended of what I just said. Right? You got offended because I'm telling you, so what? So what? So you didn't get promoted. So get promoted. People fell off. So keep grinding. Keep grinding. When my wife gave me this shirt to go, I love it. Here's why. This applies to everybody. Do you feel that you're the greatest of all time? I didn't need to have this shirt. I felt like this when I was 13. cutting grass at 13 and 12. I felt like I was the greatest of all time. Doing what? Cutting grass. Everything I do, I'm focused on being the greatest at it. And here's what it's going to take: work ethic. Here's what it's going to take: leadership. Here's what it's going to take: energy. How am I so energetic right now? Because I know where my life is going. I'm in control of my life. I know where we're going. I know that I'm leading by example for my children. I know, and you guys don't know this. Y'all just see it here. Sometimes my wife, she be like, bruh, I need you to bring that shit down. I need you to calm down, right? I need you to bring it down. But she understands that this is who I am. You guys got to just be you. I'm not telling you to be Bruce Lee Rochester. I'm not telling you to be Coach Legend. I'm not telling you to be Coach Kev. Be the best version of you. But one thing that we all do, we're always working on ourselves. That's all we're doing. And we're consistent at that. We're consistent at that. So as you guys are coming into the new year, I want you to understand that 2021 already started. I want you to understand that you need to be adding more people to your social media page. Here's why: the overflow is coming. But here's the crazy thing: it's not like a tornado where it just pops up. This is like a hurricane. Guess what you know what's coming? Tax season. Guess what you know is going to come? Whether the stimulus is 600 or 2,000, it's coming. That means people are going to be starting their business. That means people are going to need credit repair. Guess what else is coming? Negative items being added on people's credit reports. That's going to continue to come. People are going to be in situations where they're going to get evicted. They're going to get foreclosed. You got to be in position. And everybody that is not in position is going to lose out. LeBron Baber said something one time. It was so powerful. He was like, my cousin showed me FES, but my cousin quit. So guess who LeBron Baber signed up with? The guy who's consistent, Coach Kev. Think about that. And some of you, you need to understand, you have to be here next year. Eric Worre right now is selling the GoPro tickets for 20. Somebody asked me, Coach Kev, you already bought the GoPro ticket? I said, yeah, I know where I'm going to be next year. It's two things that's guaranteed: death and taxes. We know that. But one thing that is for sure, I'm on this planet, I'm going to GoPro. Why would I wait? And I just paid over $200, $300 to get the same ticket that's for $97. I had somebody message me say, Coach Kev, I don't have the money. Use the business to get the money to invest into yourself. Very simple. But you got Christmas gift, but you don't have the money to invest into GoPro. You got to be willing to do what it takes, man. And I'm going to leave you guys with this. Do whatever you have to take to watch The Secret as much as you can. Bruce Rochester said this earlier, and I wrote it down. Dream. Help people dream again. We're hope dealers, right? He says, see yourself already before you get it. Already start to see yourself there. And that worked also for me, because when I first went to my first convention, I saw Bruce and Alfred go on stage consistently. I said, you know what? Take a wild guess what I said to myself. I'm getting on that stage, whatever it took, ethically, right? Making sure I was still ethic. When Bruce, you guys see the big ring he got now, but Bruce was my ring. Anyway, I saw Bruce with the 6-figure ring. You know what I said to myself? I'm gonna get that 6-figure ring. I said, Bruce, let me hold it. So Bruce gave it to me. I put it on my finger, and then Bruce got the $500,000 ring. Take a wild guess at what I said. I'm gonna get that ring. I put that ring on my finger. Oh, that thing looked like a damn Super Bowl ring. I'm like, man, I need to get this $500,000 ring. I need to get it. So it's gonna take steps. But you got to be willing to think about what you want, put the work in, and don't put a time frame on it. Now, remember what Coach Legend said. You want to put a time frame on your goal, but don't put a time frame on when you're going to be successful in the business. Like the lady told me, if this business is not working by December, I'm going to quit. Don't wait till December to quit. Because if you say that, you already quit it mentally. Mentally, you already checked out. Why wait? Do that now. But it's safe to say that lady, the next day I talked to her, that lady's been on every training, every webinar, everything I could think of, and she's different because she needed somebody to tell her something that nobody's going to tell. I'm going to give you the truth. The truth hurts. I am not a librarian. I am a coach. Every successful person has a coach, but our job is to pull more out of you. You have different coaches. You got a coach like Bruce. He's very calm. He's very methodical. He's going to show you. You got a coach like Coach Legend. He's very calm too, right? He's going to show you by examples. You got me. You got different levels of different type of coaches. You just got to be able to follow what we're saying and be coachable for you to get the results. The other thing is what Coach Legend said as well. He said, basically, what you focus on grows. So if you focus on negativity, that's going to grow. If you focus on empowerment, success, vitality, abundance, that's what's going to grow. But you got to be willing to focus on the right things. And then the last thing I'm going to leave you guys with is remember this. Success is not for the chosen few, but for the few who choose. We got to continue to choose success, guys. And I know a lot of you put some questions inside of the group. I can't answer them right now, but you want to reach out to your mentor. And I hope you guys found value on this training. If you guys found value in this training, put some comments inside the chat, whatever comment you want, whatever emoji you want. Let me see a few. Lavelle, okay, he put the fire emojis. Okay. Kawana, she put 100%. Maxine, she dropped some jewels. Thank you. McMillan, I see you. Tammy Pete Williams, LeBrian's on here. I was just talking about him. Kyle Garrison. Kyle, I sent you a lot of stuff through email and all that. So I'm glad you on. Zarina's on here. You guys got Zarina on here. Y'all tripping. Deborah Towns is on here. Angela, okay, she got value. Jay Williford, Tanya Forbes. Who else? Kiana, Jason Babers. Who else? Tangela, Coy. What's up, Coy? Oh man, a lot of value. Gabe, man. Bruce, of course. Keith Harris, man. Ruth, what's up, Ruth? Jesse, right? Jesse is another powerhouse. Danny Gonzalez, Fiona, man, oh man. So I'm glad you guys got value from this, man. And you know, my job is not really to motivate you, but to inspire you to be better than what you think you are, right? Everybody has the ability to get to the next level. I just believe enough in you to tell you I believe in you. It's going to be up to you to show the world. All right. I love you guys. Tomorrow we're doing, I'm not doing a webinar tomorrow, but I think Power of Credit's doing it. I know we have the 8 o'clock team call. So you guys want to definitely be on that. And then Monday, of course, we have an 8 o'clock webinar on Monday. And then we have the 9 o'clock VP University. Tuesday, we have the webinar at 9 o'clock with me and Coach Legend. And then, of course, Wednesday, myself and Mr. Bruce Lee Rochester, we're going to be doing the webinar ourselves as well. So you guys want to plug into that. And guys, this is yours, man. It's yours for the taking. Remember, this is a reset for your brain. I want you to be consistent. And I see Jamil Young is doing a webinar tomorrow at 6. So Jamil, send me the link on that. I'll hop on that webinar with you. And I'll help. You can do the front half. I'll do the back. And we're going to continue to grow. That's another powerful leader, Mr. Jamil Young. What I love about him, he just decided to do the webinars on his own. Like literally, he just decided, he's like, Coach, I'm going to start doing my own. Got his flyer created. And he just started doing them. So you guys want to lead by example, continue to grow, and continue to be patient with yourself. I had to give you one nugget. Be patient with yourself. If you're patient and you're consistent, you're definitely going to have success. Bruce, let me know if you're available, Bruce. I'm about to slide over there to drop your gift off. You available today, Bruce? Bruce? Yeah, Bruce? Okay, you couldn't hear me. All right, I'll call Bruce right now. And then Kyle, matter of fact, before I do that, Kyle, would you be available for us to go over your launch now? Just shake your head if you can, because I can see you. Okay, perfect. All right, so I'm going to end this call. I'm going to touch base with Kyle, and then I'll touch base with Bruce. And I appreciate you guys. Get ready for this week, guys. Go watch The Secret. Invest into this book called GoPro. And then if you haven't, get Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Your future self would be excited that you did. Kyle, I'm going to send you the link through Instant Messenger right now, and then we'll get on the Zoom together. See you guys on the other side. We love you.